Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexandra and today I am bringing on the festive and showing you 3 really easy but super cute holiday DIY ideas. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I do home decor, makeovers, but the key here is that everything is really simple. If I can do it, then you can do it. That goes from decorating a space to executing these really easy DIY projects. I don't like DIY projects that use tools and, you know, are expensive. These are all really easy, really affordable, and most of all, really stylish and fun. A huge shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this episode. I have worked with Skillshare so much this year and I am so proud to be working with them because they are such an awesome platform. More about them later, but for now, let's get started. So this first DIY is making little holiday pine trees, but over here at Team AG, we like to keep things colorful, fun, lots of pinks and pastels. So these trees are going to be just that. The things you'll need for this project are a bottle brush, cork, glue gun, scissors, spray paint, snow spray. You guys, who knew this existed? We just got this at our local craft store. It's literal, well, it's not literal snow, but it's fake snow. You'll also need little ceramic plant dishes that go on the bottom of a plant pot or any kind of base that your tree is going to sit on. We went with something that was a bit heavier so that when you glue the tree onto it, it doesn't topple over. So the first thing you wanna do is spray your base with some of that fake snow. And you wanna do this first because it takes a while to dry. So I would get that out of the way. The key here is not to put too much fake snow down because I find that it like clumps and it doesn't dry. It even says that on the bottle, just to use like a fine spritz of it, but it is really fun and really looks like real snow. The next thing you wanna do is take the base off the bottle brush. You should really use like tin snips or pliers to do this. We didn't have any. They're at our new studio. So we literally just moved the metal back and forth until it snapped. Now it's time to take my bottle brush and cut it down to look like a pine tree. So I'm just gonna use scissors, and the goal is obviously just gonna be like shaping it like a tree, so more sparse at the top and then fuller at the bottom of the bottle brush. Wish me luck, because we only have 3, so I can't mess this up. So you obviously wanna make the bottle brush look pointed at the top and then fuller at the bottom like a tree. I found that the key here was just to start at the top and make kind of like a triangle shape and then go from there. Just like do it by eye, trim a little bit here, trim a little bit there, until you get something that resembles a tree. So this is what the bottle brush looked like before, and now this is what it looks like as a tree. You can see, it looks like a little pine tree. The next thing you wanna do is spray paint your tree. Now, you can obviously do any color you want. We went for a beautiful blush pink, a mint green, and then kind of a coral color, and I think that these colors look so good together. But I also think if your style is more like rustic and moody, you could spray paint your trees black and add like gold details at the end. I feel like the possibilities are really endless here. So you wanna put these aside for a bit to dry, and then once they're dry, you wanna bring them back inside and you're gonna add your base to the tree. How cute! Then we have this cute green one. Originally, I said that you were gonna need cork, and I think you guys saw me drill a hole into the cork. So that originally was gonna be our base. Cork totally works, but I realized that I had some cute wooden beads, and I think that these are gonna be even better. So I'm going to just string these on to the bottle brush base, the metal bit, and then glue them to our snowy base. You might just wanna move some of the fake snow out of the way. I found that it wasn't gripping to the snow at all. So I just pushed the snow aside and I glued my bead right to the ceramic base and it held really nicely. I'm gonna put a final like dusting of fake snow on them. I'm a little nervous because they look so beautiful as they are, but let's do it. I feel like you could go overboard with this and make them like super snowy, but I love the way they look with just like a fine dusting. And there you have it. Look at how cute these look. These were so easy to make and so fun to make. I feel like the possibilities are really endless. A quick pause before we head into the next DIY to say thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know what Skillshare is, it is an online learning community with thousands of online classes, and I love this platform so much, especially now that we're heading into the holiday season. I feel like more than ever we want to tackle projects or crafts or maybe like learn a new skill for the new year. I don't know, whatever it may be, Skillshare probably has a class on it. Truly, my most favorite corner of Skillshare is the interior design corner, where you can be taught by amazing industry professionals. And the best part is that they're taught by people who I personally really trust, like my interior design mentor, Emily Henderson. So she's a class all about styling your home. Another thing I love about Skillshare and the classes they offer is that each class is broken into modules that are about 5 to 10 minutes long each. So you really are learning at your own pace, and you're not like sitting down at a computer for an hour at a time. You can go at your own pace, which is awesome. If you are interested in learning something new, just like I have been, head to the link in my description box. The first 1,000 people to use the link will get a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership. Go, click the link. Just like go and browse all the courses they have to offer, and you might be inspired to sign up for a full membership. Go ahead to the link and let's head into the next DIY. The next DIY is a tree skirt. Now, I don't know about you guys, but tree skirts are either very, very festive, like reindeer and like snowflakes on them, and they say Merry Christmas, or they're stylish and fun, but just like really, really, really expensive. So I thought I would try my hand at DIYing my own. So for this DIY, you'll need a tree skirt. We got this off Amazon. It was under $20, and I just wanted something like plain and simple. You'll also need some yarn or some chunkier like wool. This is gonna be used to make tassels and pom-poms. So if you want really thick pom-poms, you're gonna wanna get more of a weighted yarn. And if you want something a little softer like I do, you wanna go with thread. You'll also need scissors and hot glue for this. And you will need a pom-pom template. So the first thing you wanna do is make your tassels. And these tassels are gonna go all the way on the outside of the tree skirt. Making a tassel is really simple. You just wanna take your hand and wind the thread around it until you have like a thick bunch of thread. This is really trial and error. Sometimes you might have to make like a couple tassels until you get it right, but you want like a substantial amount wrapped around your hand. And then you just want to take your hand out from the bunch of thread, cut the bottom, and you'll see you're starting to get what looks like a tassel. You wanna then take a piece of thread and you wanna tie your bunch down the middle. And then you wanna take another piece of thread, kind of make a head like on the top of your tassel, it looks like a little ghost, and tie a piece of thread to separate the head from the body of your tassel. And then you just wanna do this like 100 more times. Just kidding. We did about like 20 tassels, I think. Obviously do more if you want there to be more tassels around the tree skirt. We spaced ours out quite a bit, and I felt like that looked really good. Next thing you wanna do is make your pom-pom. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. If you guys go to my Amazon shop, it's always linked down below. I have like all my favorite Amazon picks. I actually have a couple pom-pom makers in the shop, so you could just use an actual tool to do this. If you wanna make your own template, all you need is a piece of cardboard. You wanna cut a piece of cardboard into a circle and then cut a slit into it so it looks like a donut that has like a slit in the side. And then what you wanna do is just wrap your thread all around the donut until you've wrapped it all the way around your pom-pom maker. So I've threaded my pom-pom template. So I've put thread all around it. The next step, typically you would put your scissors under the thread and cut along the cardboard. We don't have scissors that are thin enough, so we're actually just gonna cut the template. So we're just gonna cut the thread and the template at the same time and go around. And then you wanna take your thread off of the pom-pom maker, and you wanna tie a piece of thread in the middle, fluff it out, give it a trim, and then you've got this awesome pom-pom. Now, we made varying sizes. Again, if you're using a chunkier wool, you don't need to wrap as much around your pom-pom maker to get a really fluffy pom-pom. And it's easier, I find, when you're using a thicker wool or yarn to like control the size of your pom-poms. But I think for something like this, going with a variety of sizes is really key. And then all you want to do is plan out where the tassels and the pom-poms are going to go on your tree skirt. And once you like the positioning you have, you just want to glue them down with hot glue. You can also thread them if you're fancy, but like I said, on this channel, we're all about easy, accessible, fun DIYs. And sewing to me right now does not sound super fun. So I'm just using hot glue, super easy. Look at this beautiful, beautiful tree skirt that cost us under $20. Okay, the next DIY is the most simple DIY out of all of these 3 projects, and it's probably my favorite. I found this DIY originally on Pinterest and wanted to kind of make it my own, but the person that I found it from, their blog is called Lily Ardeur. I will leave the link down below, and she basically used wine bottles for this project to make these like beautiful candle holders. This is also a DIY that you could do at any time of the year. I think this is like a beautiful centerpiece. You could change it up whenever the seasons change. You could use dried flowers. Like there's so many possibilities, but I'm getting ahead of myself. This is what you'll need for this DIY. You will need a collection of glass bottles or tiny vases. You could thrift these, you could go to a vintage store, get different colors. We just went to the craft store and got simple clear ones. The key for this DIY is to make sure that they're clear because we're gonna be filling them with things. You also need taper candles. Obviously, when you're buying your taper candles and your glassware, you need to make sure that the candles fit into the top of the glass. That is key because these, after all, are candle holders. You'll also need some greenery, so either real or faux. We've gone for some faux greenery, but I think real would be really beautiful as well. So you guys ready for like the simplest DIY ever? So you wanna take your glassware and you just wanna fill it with greenery. So we've gone for some pine cones. You could do eucalyptus, like anything goes. I even think dried flowers would look absolutely beautiful. And then you wanna take some water and fill the glass to the top with water. Now, obviously, if you're using real pine or real eucalyptus, the water is a necessity. For this project, even though we're using faux, I still think it looks really beautiful filled with water. It just gives it like, I don't know, such a beautiful effect. And then for the last one, I filled it with pine at first, and then I remembered that I had some beautiful pink grass. So before I pour water into this bottle, I actually had a thought. I have some beautiful pink pampas grass, and I'm actually thinking that that will look really good against the 2 green small ones we did. I feel like the pine is so beautiful, but to add a little like whimsy and style to it, I think adding pink would be really fun. The only thing is I can't fill this one with water because the grass is just gonna like, it's not gonna look the same. You want it dry. But I think because this is gonna be behind the 2 little vases, it'll be okay without water, but we'll see. Trial and error. Let's see how it looks. I think it looks really, really good. And I love that pop of pink against the green pine. And then you want to pop your candles in the top, and that's it. So fun. And now you have this stunning, beautiful centerpiece that you can use for literally any holiday or just like every day. I think these are stunning. If you recreate this DIY, send me a DM on Instagram with a picture. I can't wait to see your creations. That's it, friends. Such fun DIYs. I'm really happy with how these all turned out. They're so fun. Let me know in the comments down below what other holiday DIYs you would love to see me do. Thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And as always, I will see you guys next week. Bye.